sinister will be the first life that I take in this world. Your soul I save. Some would consider that an honor.
Well, as Shakespeare once said, eat me, dick bag.
Listen, I know that it's been over a month since the season finale of season 13 came out, but I'm honestly still not over it. So of course I had to continue my series of videos that's called What's Next For. If you didn't see the first one, I take characters from Supernatural and tell you what's next for them in season 14 with my predictions and theories. Pretty self-explanatory title. I already did a video like this for Sam, Jack, and Castiel, so if you want to go check it out, I'll link it at the end of this video. Obviously, before I say anything, here is your spoiler for everything up to season 13. You have been warned. So to start, you may wonder why I have Lucifer on this list. I mean, he's dead, right? Yeah, no. See, we can't have anything good in this goddamn fandom. There's been a rumor going around that Mark Pellegrino will return as Lucifer for season 14, which is something that I'm not really that excited for. Don't get me wrong, I love Mark and I love his acting for Lucifer, and it was amazing and on point. But at this point, I feel like the arc with Lucifer has finally come to like a really good closure. But I have to prepare myself for this whole mindfuck. So here are my theories on how Lucifer is sadly still alive, and even though I really don't want him to be. Nephilim Grace. We know that Lucifer stole Jack's grace in the season finale, which made him super OP, and we know from the looks of it that he didn't take all of Jack's grace, so thankfully we'll have Jack at full power eventually. But considering Lucifer had a good amount of angelic grace in him from the Apocalypse world, on top of Jack's grace, we know that this is pretty fishy. We know that a Nephilim is more powerful than the angel who sired it. Lucifer is pretty powerful on his own, but with the grace of Jack, the question is how powerful Lucifer actually was. Would he be powerful enough to resurrect himself or wake himself up in the empty? I mean, if Lucifer was to wake up in the empty, he could certainly annoy the cosmic entity like Castiel did. Same thing for Gabriel. Listen, I am still hoping that Gabriel comes back again because honestly, I don't think I will ever be over what they did to him, but besides that, if Lucifer was to come back, the question is, would he come back with Nephilim grace or would he just come back as plain old Lucifer? Personally, I think if Lucifer is resurrected by the empty like Castiel was, I think he'll just come back with his grace. I don't have any really hard evidence to support this, but I think it just kind of makes sense to me at least. As I said before, I don't really want Lucifer to come back. Again, I love Mark and I love Lucifer as a villain and I love the storyline between Lucifer and Sam, but I think him being dead is a really big win for Sam and Dean. It would just kind of suck to have that taken away from them. Speaking of Dean, let's get into him, kind of like Michael did. I'm funny. No, I'm not. Last we saw of Dean, he was taken control of by Michael after letting him in to kill Lucifer.
I am your sword.
It's you. You're the Michael sword.
Your perfect vessel.
Why do you think you two are the vessels, Michael and Lucifer? You were born to this, boys.
With me, you'd be stronger than you've ever been.
Oh, I know what you are.
If we work together, can we beat Lucifer?
Dean,
Can we?
we'd have a chance.
We can't. Lucifer has Sam. He has Jack. Guys, I don't have a choice. If we do this, it's a one-time deal. I'm in charge. You're the engine, but I'm behind the wheel. Understand?
I have a feeling that the writers will learn from the backlash they received from season 10 and have Dean stay possessed for a little while. Unlike him being a demon for 3 episodes back in season 10, I'm still thinking that he'll stay possessed up until the season finale. This would give us some time to see how the loss of Dean affects Sam, Jack, and Castiel this time. I have many theories on how we're going to get Dean back. I've said my theories a few other times in a few other videos. If you're subscribed to me, you've probably seen them, but I think we should point out something. Remember back in season 5 when Sam was possessed by Lucifer, and after seeing the army men in the Impala, he ended up breaking free of Lucifer's control?
It's okay, Dean. It's gonna be okay. I got him.
Just imagine if Sam or Cass drove the Impala into something like right in front of Michael/Dean. Like, boom, mystery solved, that's how you get Dean back. But in all reality, I don't think they'll do that. That was more of a shitty joke on my part. But knowing how Dean's deep-rooted feelings are burrowed inside of him, I think we'll get like maybe a similar situation to Swan Song with Dean beating the link shot out of Sam until he snaps out of it. The problem is that they actually have to get Michael out of him. I have said a few of my theories on this. Obviously there's the brotherly love route they can take, or the golden egg thing from the British Men of Letters back in season 12, or with a little demonic help they can cast Michael out from the inside. I do have a small theory on this though. Remember back in season 13 episode 19 when Billy said she'd seen Dean again soon?
Dean!
Hey, Dean. See you again soon.
What if Billy is the key to getting Michael out of Dean? Think of it like this. She is Death, a reaper who has control of a bunch of souls and has access to every afterlife, including the empty, heaven, hell, purgatory, everything. With the help of her, Billy could possibly help cast Michael out of Dean and get rid of Michael. Considering she is a strong believer of fate and never wanted the two worlds to mix up, that would be the catch. Considering the fact that Billy doesn't want the two universes to mix, as she said before, I think that she would make a deal. Everyone that Sam, Dean, and Cass brought back into their world has to go home for her to help Dean. That is just a theory though. Maybe Dean's just going to die and I'll have a good 27 mental breakdowns because of it. With my guess, I think that we'll have Michael inside of Dean for a little bit. I do think that Michael will start his apocalypse plot right on in the beginning of season 14. I think that he is going to go up to heaven and try his best to get the last of the angels on his side. And I do think that by Michael doing this, he will intentionally cause the collapse of heaven and end up screwing over everyone, leaving us with another plot that can be solved during season 14 or season 15. Just so you can keep your marbles in check though, none of the brothers have been possessed for more than half of the season. We had Sam and Gadriel, we had Demon Dean, and we've had Sam possessed once or twice. So my guess is that when the mid-season finale rolls around, the Michael/Dean situation will be resolved. I do think that Michael will survive being casted out, unless my whole theory with Billy is true, but I don't know. What I do know is that I am still emotionally scarred from season 13, and I'm not ready for all the sad shit that's gonna come our way when October rolls around. So with that, I hope you all have a nice day. If you enjoy my videos, feel free to subscribe to my crappy channel, and remember, don't get possessed by any demons. Bye!